Okay, looks like I am live. So just give me a moment. Okay, looks like I am live. Let's keep doing. Oh, okay, so I'm still live. Let's see if I can find myself here. I am looking to see if I'm on Facebook. Yes, I am. Okay, this is Jerry Cates. So I wanted to go live and I wanted to start talking about some of the things that this group is about. One of the things is forging a deeper connection with yourself. So I'll be talking about that tonight. First, I want to say it started to get on earlier, but boy, that storm, there were pea-sized snowballs or hail falling here. So our power was out for a little bit, but I'm here and I'm live. And let's see if I can tell who's watching. I really want to learn this so I see that a couple of people are watching. Go ahead and, just say hi in the chat. That would be really great. Okay, so welcome to Secrets to Becoming an Empowered Woman, a Facebook group. And like I said, one of the things I wanted to do was help you forge a deeper connection with yourself. So how do you do that? First, think about how do you treat yourself, right? How do you talk to yourself? How do you assert yourself, or do you, right? How do you set boundaries, right? All of that has to do with how you treat yourself. I mean, wouldn't you love to feel good in your own skin? What would that be like to feel good in your own skin? Okay. So, who's this for? Okay, this is for anyone who's had a history of experiences where they felt like out of that experience you feel like you're not enough, or you can't do anything right, or you're not visible, right? You don't want to be seen. Just be the people pleaser, right? If you came from a situation where others' needs were more important all the time, you may have developed a habit of always seeing to everybody else's needs, right? And then not to yourself. Are you an overgiver? Think about that for a moment. Do you give, and then wonder why no one's there? And could it possibly be because we didn't set it up for ourselves, right? If we're not, I think the thing is that we get really good at giving, but not so great at receiving. And so because we're not good at receiving, we give people the impression that we don't need help, that we don't need support, right? So I just want you to take, some time and think about how are you about giving? Are you an overgiver? Um, how are you about receiving? Are you able to receive compliments? Something as simple as a compliment, right? Or do you get, all shut down? I remember I used to go, I'm actually a really good seamstress. And in my early years, when I'd make something for myself and I'd wear it to work or whatever, someone would say, "Oh, that's so beautiful." And then I immediately went to telling them about all the problems I had with it, right? So I wasn't very good at receiving the gift, at receiving the compliment. So how are you at receiving the compliment? And I'm going to tell you, if you're not good at it, you're deflecting your good. You're blocking your good from happening. If you're not able to receive a simple compliment, so the next time somebody gives you a gift, gives you a compliment, just be in gratitude and in receiving, and try that for something new, right? If you feel uncomfortable or tense when somebody gives you a compliment, you got a problem probably with receiving, right? We have to be able to receive the good in our life. Otherwise, we end up deflecting it in every avenue. right? It comes to us, and if you're not good at receiving, you're going to miss something really powerful in your life. You're going to miss opportunities. So how do you treat yourself? Okay. So giving and receiving. Okay. And then how do you shift it? Now I'm going to give you 4 ideas, and whether you do them or not, that's up to you. Um, but I can tell you, if you take action on at least one of them, you will shift how you look at yourself. And how would you like to feel good in your own skin for a change? You know, yeah. How would you like to feel good? Close your eyes for a moment, and wouldn't it be wonderful to feel good in your own skin? To feel a deeper connection to yourself. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is mirror work. Now, mirror work, I was introduced to the idea of it 40 years ago. I read a book, Think Slim, Be Slim. It was a university course in mental dieting, and that was after the birth of my son. And in that book, Elsie Bringshaw, this book's out of print. I still have it. It's a great resource. Anyway, Elsie Bringshaw had a meditation in there as well. But what I want to talk about is the affirmation. She would have you look in the mirror and say to yourself, I like myself unconditionally. I like myself unconditionally. And I like myself unconditionally. 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night, looking in the mirror, saying that to yourself with feeling for 21 days. My thing was, my son and I, we decided to, he was 10 when we talked about this. He's older than that now. We decided that we would say, I love myself unconditionally. So I want to invite you to say whatever you're comfortable with, but do it. Look into the mirror. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. That's what I'm talking about. Now, fast forward to Louise Hay. Well, she passed away a couple of years ago, and her career spanned, I'm sure, 40 years. Her thing was looking in the mirror and saying, your first name, and I love you. So, Jerry, I love you. Jerry, I love you. You get the drift of it, right? You're looking at it, at yourself, and saying it with feeling. You have to have the feeling. Don't just, in affirmations, don't just say the affirmations without the feeling that it's nothing's gonna happen. There's no energy behind it. So I'm inviting you to get that energy behind loving yourself, lifting yourself up. I used the I like myself or I love myself unconditionally. I had this job, and it had become really difficult working for this couple at a printing company. And pardon me, one morning I went in to the mirror in the bathroom because I had to go face them. I was being treated badly. Customers yelling at me. I had no power to get the jobs out. That was in their hands. And I was in a rock and hard place. So after meditating in the car for 20 minutes before I even got to the building, I get in the bathroom and I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. And I'm building myself up, building myself up. So I come out of the bathroom and I go to the man of the couple and I said, I really like you guys. And I asked for a meeting, which blew him away. I said, can I have a meeting with you and his wife? And he was kind of taken back. And I said, I got him in there and I said, I really like you guys. And I want to, see, I really like you guys, but I'm having difficulty with the complaints, right? I wanted to do it. It gave me the courage to talk to them and tell them what was going on with me. I mean, before that, I just shut up and took it. How many of you have done that on a job? Just shut up and took it because you thought you needed the job. I just felt that even the boss yelling at me was not okay. right? The female boss would yell at me. So what I'm saying is taking that time to do that mirror work before that activity, before that meeting, or going to call that meeting so that I could have a better outcome at work. That took a lot of courage and I needed some help. So I gave myself some help by getting in the mirror. And that morning, I'll be honest, I did some meditation too. So you got to take the action. You just, you got to take the action. The tools, I have tons of tools, post tools, um, all the time, right? Take the tool and use it. Imagine you have a tool belt and you have these, each time you get this new experience, you have a new tool you can draw from, right? So I love myself unconditionally, or I like myself unconditionally, or I love you, all mirror work and a powerful tool. And if you keep track of the days, like say I'm committing to 21 days, I'm just try it. 21 days, I'm going to look in the mirror and tell myself I love you twice a day, 3 times twice a day. That's it. And then I'd love to hear some feedback. Even after 7 days, you start to feel better about yourself. You start to feel more lifted. And if you've had trauma in the past, you're probably someone, excuse me, who like my big sister said, we have to raise our vibration of worthiness every day. You have to be aware of where you are with your worthiness, especially if our worthiness was degraded, right? So in order to do that, you just connect with yourself and do the things that bring it up. And mirror work is one way to bring up your worthiness. So you got a couple of ways to do it. So there's number one, mirror work. I'm getting a phone call. The next one is setting an intention for the day. And I have a client that realized, she's a caregiver, and realized that when she set the tone, the day went way better. The day went way better. So setting your intention for the day, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to find solutions. When we set our intention for the day, sometimes in a negative way, by just saying, I got off at the wrong side of the bed, right? So what are you saying to yourself? Notice, right? The idea is forging this deeper connection with yourself. These conversations you're having in your head are affecting you. So why not be aware of them and reprogram them for things that are going to lift you up and help carry you through to what you really want in life so that you can feel good in your own skin. Okay. So let's see if anybody is on. If you're in the replay, hashtag replay, that'd be really cool. Okay, so the third one is I am 100% responsible for what I think, what I say, what I feel, and what I do. Close your eyes for a moment and say to yourself, I am 100% responsible for what I think, what I say, what I feel, and what I do. And really kind of drop into that. I'm 100% responsible for what I think, what I say, what I feel, and what I do. Now take that deeper. You feel that deeper? One more time. I am 100% responsible for what I think, what I say, for what I feel, and what I do. When you're 100% responsible, you can't be in anyone else's business because you're 100% responsible for your own business, for your own well-being, right? So there's this expectation of them being 100% responsible for themselves. And I know a lot of times people are just not going to be, accountable for themselves. But if you hold that space for it, if you have an expectation of it, it's more likely to happen, right? If you show them how you show up, is 100% responsible, and let that be the healthy boundary or the bar to rise above. So I'm 100% responsible for what I say, what I think, what I feel, and what I do. Okay, here's the last one I have for you. This one, I was listening to some coaches very early in my feminine power, and that's where I got my coaching certification from. Very early in that feminine power journey. And she said, the coach said, if you want love in your life, show up as a woman who's loved. And I went, oh, wow. Show up as a woman who's loved. Wow, what does that feel? What does that look like? If I showed up as a woman who's loved, you feel that shift? Show up as a woman who's loved. You know that when I show up as a woman who's loved, I take better care of myself. I'm more nurturing. I make healthier decisions. Show up as a woman who's loved. That's really a gold nugget. So here's what happened for me. So I took that on and really started feeling that and taking care of myself better in a whole new way, in a loving way, and from a deeper level. Show up as a woman who's loved. 30 days later, I reconnected with my boyfriend from 39 years prior, and within a few months we were married. And but what I'm saying is it just 30 days. So I started showing up as a woman who's loved. Here's the thing, I was more tuned in to being loved, right? Rather than all over the place. So if there's you learn anything from this, having focus is really important. Okay, so I've talked about 4 things. Mirror work, and you say, I love myself unconditionally, I like myself unconditionally, or say your name and I love you. And you say 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night, or just do it 7 days and see the changes for 21 days. And each time you do it, mark your calendar. Put a check in the morning or a star in the morning and a star in the evening. And watch yourself. Just be about getting those calendars filled in and gamify it. And before you know it, you start to look at yourself differently. You look at that woman in the mirror with a deeper sense of love and connection. Number 2, intention for the day. Set an intention. Take the time and decide how you want your day to go. Set an intention. Number 3, I am 100% responsible for what I say, what I think, what I feel, and what I do. Be in that vibration. Take the time to be in that vibration. And then number 4, show up as a woman who's loved. All right. So I hope this is helpful. I'm sending this to everyone. I really want you to get a feel for where I want to take this group. I want to give you the tools and some nuggets that you can apply today and see a shift in your life. Okay. All right. So I have room for 5 strategy calls this weekend. So if you're, this weekend, this coming week. So if you're interested in having a conversation to figure out what it is you want, what's in the way, and how to get you there, just, I know, type self-love in the comments. Okay? All right. I'm Jerry Cates, the Courage and Grace Coach. And again, welcome to Secrets to Becoming an Empowered Woman. I hope you're enjoying the journey. Right. Hi, Facebook.